Let's get Instagram ready, and then I'll come all the way back and get you squared away. So let's go Instagram. Let's get those. Instagram, Instagram, Instagram Live. All right, so now we are, oh, silly. My little tripod wasn't ready. Whew, that's a lot of work. All right, here we are, live on Instagram, live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Good evening to you. Episode 196. Been a while since we got a show. Got quite a bit of an update on a lot of different ways. There's a decent chance that we're going to kind of hang out here for a good 30 minutes or so before I get into the episode. I want to catch you guys up on a few things. Then I'll get, then we'll run into the show, and then we'll probably shut down there. So let me go all the way back to the beginning. I want to see who's here, say hi to those who I missed. So give me just 1 second to get all the way back to the beginning to catch up. So we got Denise, we got Elisa's here. Good evening to you. Tammy's checking in on YouTube. Good evening. Rachel, hello. Karen's here. Georgina's here. Lisa's here. Marsha's in the house. Very nice. Patricia, good evening to you. Leslie's here. Lori from Long Island, New York. Janice, right, is here from YouTube. McLean, Virginia, Jeannie's here. Good evening to you. I owe you a text message back. I saw your text message come in. Then I got distracted, if you can imagine such a thing. Long story. I can't even share how crazy my day was today. Beyond crazy. It was crazy at 10, then it got crazy at noon, and then it got crazier at around 6 o'clock. Anyway, it's all good. It's all good. Crazy's good. You know, we always think crazy's bad, but sometimes crazy's good. So, but don't hang in there. You got this, right? You're rocking it. Karen is here. Heather from Ontario. We've officially gone international. That didn't take long. Heather, good evening to you. Out of Rockford, Illinois, Debbie checks in. Wendy is here. Good evening. I sent you an email, Wendy, I believe, a couple minutes ago about the Tulsa, right? That's you, I believe. For those of you who are following the international tour, we go Tulsa 2 weeks from now. We're running a 5K up near the zoo. I don't have all the details in my head, so if you have signed up for the race, the details have been sent out. If you go to fatdag.com, click on the events, at least the address is updated into that site as well. So hopefully that's it. For those of you who want to reach out via text, you can text me. If you go to fatdag.com, at the very top is the phone number. You can text that number anytime you want. And it come into my computer. It doesn't come into my phone, so I'll give you that heads up. So when I log in deliberately into that site, I can read, I can reply via text, but just that heads up. I will answer it, but it's computer generated, not phone generated, just FYI. But certainly I check in there once every other day or so. So you can go to fatdag.com, click on text, and do it. So Instagram's asking, we're on Facebook. If you go to facebook.com/wise advice, that is the Facebook page that we're live at right now, but you're on Instagram, you found us there. We're also live in Facebook, Facebook and then YouTube. YouTube is live on FatDag. So youtube.com/C/FatDag on YouTube. And then Facebook is, easiest way, go to fatdag.com, click on the Facebook link inside the homepage there. That'll get you squared away. Carrie's checking in on YouTube. Good evening to you. So I think we got Debbie out of Rockford, Illinois. Susan checking in from California. Lisa's here and gone, I believe. Lori says, "Jay, we're live." We said that earlier on. Diane, good evening to you. Hopefully you got my card. I mailed you a card. Let's see, today's Wednesday. You may not have gotten it yet. So in the next day or two, Diane, you should have a card from me. A thank you card for your very cool, the letter that you wrote me with the pictures of us together. Very, 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 very cool. I really, really appreciate that. And so I wanted you to know, so I hand wrote you a note back and shot it back. So you should get that soon. Donna's here. Good evening. Harper, hello. Renee says hello. Lee says hello. There's no picture. No, Lee, it's audio only tonight. Liz, good evening to you. Alicia, hi. Karen is saying hi to Crazy Diane. I love it. Jeff checking in from Fargo, North Carolina. Jeff checking in from Fargo, North Dakota. Sorry, Jeff. Good evening to you. Jen is down 30 pounds, looks like. Very nice over on Instagram. Judy is here. Lee got the picture finally. Shannon checking in from Denver. Denver, what is it? When are we in Denver? When are we in Denver? We're in Denver on July 21st. We're in Denver. So, Melody, good evening to you. Corey's here. Thank you. Yep. This is my new, I don't know which one. I don't know who can see it. So that and that. Just trying a couple things out. For those of you who may not remember, so before I started doing all this crazy stuff, I used to sell apparel. So, this is an amazing company. Does an amazing. This is wool. I love it. Absolutely my favorite clothing item forever. So very fun. Brianna, good evening to you. Glenda is here from Salt Lake City. Man, we are all over the map tonight. Barbara's here. Susie from Alabama. Santa Rosa, we got Lee checking in. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Brenda is here. So Harrisburg, that's close to Philly. That's as close as we're going to get. August 18th. It's very nice. Kathy is here from Syracuse. Jody from Westport, Mass. So good to see everyone. I agree. That's my favorite part of this. So the podcast itself gets an average of I forget. I haven't looked in a couple days, but it's about 6 to 8, 10,000, 6 to 8 to 10 depending on the day. If I release an episode, it's higher, but it's roughly 6 to 8,000 downloads every single day the podcast gets, which is absolutely incredible. And then tonight here we have 100 to 117 in Facebook. We have about 20 in Instagram, about 10 or so maybe in YouTube. So about 140 so people watching the live show. The reason I share all that with you is so the podcast gets 6 to 8,000 downloads a day, but only about 150 of you show up for the live show. But this is my favorite part because this is the part where we actually really get to this is the chance we get to interact. So why wait till Monday? Email me because I'll forget to DM you. Yes, I will absolutely forget. So if you're asking for me to reach out to you, but if you reach out to me, I will reach back. You can certainly text. You know that, right? You know how to get a hold of me. Let's see. So Dolores is here. Westport, Mass. Jody's checking in. Maria's here. Nebraska. Danielle is checking in. Good evening to you. Let's see. Robin. Hi, Wing Buddies from Dayton, Ohio. Very nice. Karen is here. Good evening to you, Karen. Tammy says, got my 75-pound charm today. Very, very, very awesome. We put that on Twitter. So I don't know if you guys are how close you're paying attention, but lately I've been crazy busy, all in a good way. But I've been using Twitter to do some Folds of Honor work. That's what's coming up big in my life really soon. So I've been kind of promoting them, and then Fat Dad's kind of bleeding over a little bit. Somehow I get in this conversation with Carvel Ice Cream. John Luke from Storage Wars is texting me, and him and I are going back and forth, and he introduces Carvel Ice Cream, and next thing I know, we're talking about ice cream. But I looked it up. I found a 9-point ice cream, and then we started going back and forth. So Twitter can be a mess. But anyway, Tammy is on Twitter today. So today we retweeted that Tammy hit her 75-pound charm. Awesome, awesome, awesome. 75 pounds is no joke. Looks like Lisa is also 75 pounds gone. Lisa, congratulations to you. Great, great focus. Patricia from Pennsylvania, good evening. Maria is here. Out of Ohio, Mary checks in. Katie, good evening. Let's see. Lori is here. Ann is here. Ann, I sent you a direct message earlier. Hopefully you saw that in Slack. Checking in with you. Binghamton, New York. Lori is here. Good evening. Penny's checking in from Indiana. Very nice. Let's see. Keith is here. Amy is here. Woohoo! I know. Judy says, I don't have to roulette. You're here. Yes, we're live. I tell you, we're in about 2 seconds. I'm trying to get caught up on the hellos, and then we'll tell you a little bit about what's going on in the world. Margie from St. Pete is here. Diane is here. Emma from Houston. Very cool. Southern Louisiana. Mona's here. Let's see. Judy, Seattle's here. Syracuse, Joanne. We got Keith from New York. Patty saying hi to Ann. Got it. Let's see. Pamela's here. Colorado. Jones here. Dayton, Ohio. Sarah's. Man, look at you guys are just flooding in here. I love it. That means you're focused, right? That means you're ready and you want to get this done, which is very cool. So we have so how do you pronounce, I don't mean to butcher your name. So Beruriah, Beriah? I apologize if I mispronounce it. First time here, we ring a bell if you're the first time. So thank you for tuning in live. Very fun. Welcome. Welcome to the show. So Suzanne from Illinois, good evening. I'm glad I'm here as well. Jennifer is here. Always good to interact with you. You are my, besides Tammy's over here. So you're like the other person on Twitter that's just, you're crazier than me in a good way. I see your name everywhere on Twitter. I love it. I love it. I was explaining to someone earlier, I prefer, in the moment, I prefer Twitter to interact because it's the easiest for me to keep up with. And I'm not sure if because the volume is the lowest there, so it's easier for me to keep up, or if Twitter makes it easier. I'm not sure. So as you guys all switch over to Twitter, I'll probably start ignoring you over there, and then I'll love YouTube the best or something. I don't know. But for now, Twitter seems to be the place that I'm able to get the most consistent interaction in. As you know, I've struggled with this from day one. As I want nothing more than to just reach in and give you all a big hug and say, you can do this. I believe in you. It's hard to do with this many people, but right now Twitter has given me the best opportunity to do it. I know Tammy's like, don't tell anybody. Tammy would be jealous because, you know, right now, anytime Tammy tweets, I mean, instantly she gets a response back over on Twitter. If she reaches out on Facebook, it may take me 3 or 4 days to get to it. But if it's on Twitter, it's like, boom, I'm in. So Rachel switching over to YouTube, Facebook, got it. Yep. And then Tammy, there's 2 secrets on Twitter, right? So FatDag, if you go to twitter.com/FatDag, that is, they're both me, but that's me as FatDag. And then twitter.com/WiseAdvice is, of course, the show. So I generally use the show just for show stuff. I don't interact with a lot of people with the show. I interact mostly as FatDag. So if I blow your phone up, unfollow FatDag unnotify FatDag and use Wise Advice with notifications on. So, Amy, thank you. Yep. You know, I'm working on getting these available, so I don't know how successful I'll be, but I'm testing it first. I know Tammy's gonna be so. Tammy, I'll just give you my number and you can just text me, right? That's how that works. The number is 32642. Okay, so that's the number. So anytime you want to text Tammy, go ahead and text it. Again, I'll repeat the number for those of you who didn't get it. My direct cell phone number is 32674. So go ahead and reach out anytime via text. So very cool. Patty checking in from Baltimore, Corpus Christi. Marty's here. Sarah's here. Kathleen is here. Cool. Wendy, can't wait. So you got the email from the registration, because I have a special surprise for those of you who are going to be in Tulsa. I honestly can't release it publicly, so I will only push it out in email, and I will also put it out when we're there that morning. So, but you're going to want to read the email that's going to come out. Probably it's going to be next week, honestly. But special surprise is only going to be applicable to the folks who come to Tulsa. So we'll share after the fact, but I can't share ahead of time. So that's just not a tease. It's just the reality. I can't put that information out publicly yet. Let's see. Nicole is here. Let's see. Maria's here. She's heading to bed. Yep. Got to get up early and work out. I like it. Janice checking in from Bloomington. Good evening. Sarah's here. Susan's here. Wisconsin, Randy's here. Central Texas, Mary Lou. Amy's here. Quick check-in. Bartending at the moment. I love it. I love it. Let's see. All right. All right. Lindsay's here. Pam's here. Look at that. I got all this. South Carolina. Sue's checking in. Willa's here. All right. I'm going to go to the bottom. Ooh, I'm way behind. Yeah, look at that. Way behind. Oh, my goodness. Way behind. Yeah, never would have gotten to the bottom of them. So skipped a bunch of you. So if I missed you, truly, truly apologize. So that just means you got to get over on Twitter and say hi. And I put up on all social media a couple days ago. I forget the numbers. Instagram, we're coming up on 4,000 likes. I think Facebook is 10,000 likes, and Twitter is coming up on 2,000. The question was, which one of those will we hit first? Don't know. But if you guys all jump over to Twitter, maybe that'll be it. So we'll see. And it truly doesn't matter, right? It's not what it's about anyways. So very, very fun. So let me catch you up on what's going on. So you guys know my schedule has been very inconsistent when it comes to live shows and, of course, even the podcast. The quick explanation is obviously, so I manage a recruiting office here. I manage recruiting for the state of Indiana. That's kind of my day-to-day job. And during one of my recruiting offices right now, we're going through this push of really trying to just hit some major goals, some awesome accomplishments. Got an amazing team, but one of the supervisors got a promotion and left. So I have a vacant supervisor position, and so I'm filling in for that position. So 3 days a week, I'm driving an hour and a half, and then then a couple days a week I'm here, and then I have a major event in Tulsa coming up in 2 weeks, and then this weekend I'll be at the Indy 500 practice all weekend. So just one event after another. Most nights I don't even get home till 8:30, 9 o'clock. A couple nights ago it was 10:30 before I came home for the very first time. So the reality is, as much as I want to do this, and it's not a scheduling issue, there is just not time in the day to do this. And so for the past week and a half or so, it's just been absolutely nuts. All fantastic. It keeps me on my toes, keeps me balanced, but it's just one of those things that's like, whew, and then sometimes it's nice to sleep in there. But the good news is I picked my exercise back up. I got my focus dialed in. Life is good. So that is the good news. I want to fire up the computer behind me real quick and we'll get the show going. I think that catches us up. Did I miss anything critical? I don't know if I did or not. So let's see. Mic check. All right, cool. That checks out. Jennifer, yeah, I know you guys are incredibly supportive, incredibly patient. I get all that. Truly, my want more than anything is to do this way more consistently. This is the one thing that I enjoy. Hanging out with you guys, hanging out with every single one of you is just incredible. Here we, coming up on bunches of people watching. Steve just checked in. Steve's in the weekly this week. Have you guys noticed that? Steve is in the weekly. Woo-hoo. Very cool. But anyway, so no, this is what I enjoy doing. It's just trying to fit it in. And like I was telling my wife the other night too, this is going to be kind of hard for you guys to understand. Maybe not. But so I go a full day. Glad to do it. Anne's here. Good evening. I go a full day. And then I get this lull right around 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I'm like, ah. And then I instantly have to go, boom, back into, hey. So like I have to catch a second wind. And there's some nights I just don't catch the second wind. And so those are the nights where it's like, yeah, I just better go to bed. So around 9 o'clock, if I catch a second wind, we're in. So anyway, so one of the other things, and she doesn't know it yet, so it's a secret. But pretty soon, Mrs. Fat Dag starts summer vacation, and when she does that, I'm going to give her the computer and have her get me caught up on some things. She doesn't know that yet, so that's our little secret. Um, anyway, cool. Are you guys ready for episode 196 we're on? Where's my pen? Where's my pen? I lost my pen. I got this one though. It's not exactly the one I wanted, but it'll work. It'll work. Cindy checking in from Columbus, Ohio. First time catching the show live. Woo! Good to see you. Very, very fun. I know, Jill, pen problems. Anne, that's right. Anne leaves for leader training tomorrow. Anne and I had a blast running the 5K in Ocean Springs. Anne's a rock star. She ran the entire thing. I don't know. I think she would have. But I think if we weren't running together, she may have walked a little bit of it, but I wasn't going to let her, right? I would have if you wanted to. But cool. Excited that you're going to have an awesome meeting in Ocean Springs. I know you are. I'm looking forward to hearing all of your success. So let's get this thing done. I know I want to go to bed. You want to go to bed. 196. Got a couple neat things to share with you in this one. You're going to love the first email. I don't know if you've been on Connect in the past 30 to 40 minutes. Now, if you haven't been on Connect in the last 34 minutes, when you're done the show, go to Connect and you'll see a picture of me in high school. And it ties into the show. You'll hear in a second why. So I put that on Twitter. I put it on this guy here. What's this? Instagram. I didn't put it on Twitter. I put it on Facebook, Instagram, and Connect. That's where it is. So, yeah. Let's do this. Susie says, I'm going to make you an honorary nurse. You can't find a pen and you never have time to eat at work. Is that not true or what? Yes, high school. High school. And not only that, Jennifer, it was my freshman year of high school. Let's take a second to talk about that. So if you see that photo, which you will, right? Here's what's interesting about, everyone's journey is different, right? So if you see that picture, I'm guessing I'm about 140 pounds in high school, freshman year. I maintained that weight all through high school. I graduated high school around 140 pounds or so. And then, Stephen. So 140 pounds or so, graduated high school. And then 7 years later, I'm obese. So interesting, interesting. And then lived that way my whole life. So, I don't know what the answer is. So anyway, so cool. Let's get this thing on the road. All kinds of people checking in. Let's do mic check, test, testing 1, 2. Looks pretty good. Perfect. All right, let's do this. Lynn says, I learned to hoard my pens in my pocket as a nurse. Yeah, so I do too. I usually keep one right here, but it's gone. So I must have used it for something else. So cheers. Let's get this thing done. Shall we? Awesome. Shout out to the nurses. Yeah, absolutely. It was Nurses Week last week, right? So shout out to nurses. Teachers last week too, wasn't it Teacher Appreciation Week? And then of course Military Spouse Appreciation Week. You know, I don't know that we need an actual week to appreciate everybody. I think we can just appreciate everybody every day. But it's nice to recognize folks in categories, I guess. So Robinsoners checking in. Water, says Nicole. Cool. All right, are you ready? Episode 196. Here we go. Ellen says, hello from Louisiana. Bev says, a week and a half with no soda. Woohoo! Jamie says she's a teacher. When is Banker Appreciation Week? Daniela, if you start diverting some of those funds from your bank directly to here, it'll be Banker Appreciation Week every week. Every week, I promise you. So cool. Lots of teachers. Very cool. And then Steven says restaurant managers. I don't know about you restaurant managers. You know, I don't know. We'll have to see. I am your host, Fat Dag. You're listening to Wise Advice. My weight loss journey failed when I focused on how. It wasn't until I switched my focus to why that I truly transformed myself. Join the show on the web at fatdag.com and follow along on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at Wise Advice. Send in your comments, your questions, your celebrations. I'll include them as part of the show. But before we dive in, remember, when you're out of points, stop eating points. Hey, I'm honored to be your wingman as we walk through this journey together because I believe in you. Well, that's right. I believe in you. Welcome to episode 196 of Wise Advice. And coming off of a little bit of a break, always good to see you guys joining me live. Thanks to all of you live on Instagram at the moment, all of you on Facebook Live right now, and of course, those of you following on YouTube. Truly honored to be here, walking this journey with you. And of course, all of you out in podcast land, thank you for being here. Hopefully you found the show in the Wise Advice app. Of course, it's in your Play Store or in your Apple App Store. Search for Wise Advice. Get out there, get it downloaded. It is my favorite way for you to listen to the show because every once in a while, you get a little text post in there. And every once in a while, I even put out a little blooper if you can find those as well. But thank you for being here. Thanks for being a part of my journey. Man, it's been an exciting couple weeks. There's just a lot of amazing things going on. If you're following along, if you're a part of the Weight Watcher Connect community, you'll seen some ups and downs there of just, this is just life. There's things that we all have to deal with. And one of the coolest things about this is that we're all doing them together. There isn't anyone here who is more special than the other. There isn't anyone who's doing better than anyone else. We're all just kind of doing our own thing, staying in our own lane, and just absolutely getting it done. And so to those of you who continue to share, truly, you're going to see in this episode that sharing is what's making this community great. Is when you reach out to your own friends and you say, hey, this is a part of a community that I found inspiration in. I want you to join us. And that is absolutely incredible. And check this email out. It comes in from Melanie. I don't know if she's here live or not. I shot her an email, but Melanie writes in and says, hi, Mike. You may not remember me, but we graduated high school together. I wanted to let you know I came across your Fat Dag Facebook page when a friend in Illinois shared a post. I looked it up. I saw your success. A few months later, a group of us from work joined Weight Watchers, and I started listening to your podcast. I started at the beginning, so I'm a little bit behind. So as of yesterday, I hit Wonderland. I am 10% down with 24 pounds to go since January 2018. I want to say thank you. Your podcasts are motivating. Your success drove me to return to Weight Watchers again, and this has been the best I've ever done on Weight Watchers. And I do believe this time I will make lifetime. My parents have both ended up as diabetic, so I'm trying to prevent that fate and enjoy what time we still have our daughter at home. She's 17. So while I know your podcast is for public, I wanted to tell you that you are helping someone from the past as well. Thank you, Melanie. Melanie, how cool to hear from you. I'll admit I had to dig out the yearbook. I mean, the name rang a bell instantly. I sat with Janine on the couch and I said, absolutely. But it made me go digging through the yearbook, which is why my yearbook photo ended up on all the social media networks. But it was so cool to hear from you, to hear from someone. Man, that was a couple years ago. I'm not going to give away your age, but I graduated. I'm not going to go there, but Melanie, so cool to hear from you. And what I like the most about your email is your absolute confidence in the fact that you believe this time you're going to make lifetime. I believe it too. I absolutely believe if this is something you want, you can go get it. If you've hit your 10%, which you have, down 24 pounds, you didn't do that by accident. You did that by getting dialed in. You did that by being focused. You did that by knowing why you're doing this, committing to doing this, waking up every single day on fire, wanting to get it done. That's how you hit 10%. That's how you hit 24 pounds down. And if you're listening to the podcast, you know that I firmly believe if you've hit 10%, then what you have now done, you have proven to yourself that you can set a goal, you can work towards the goal, you can stumble along the way, and you can pick yourself back up, and you can continue on that path to getting to your goal. That's what hitting your 10% does. So when you say you believe this time you'll make lifetime, I confirm that 100%, without a doubt, I believe you can do it as well. You've already proven that you can do it. It's now just a matter of time continuing to get it done. The second thing I love is that, how you came across, the podcast, which I think is absolutely cool. And we're at that point now in this journey where our tribe is growing. People are joining in, and every day we find a new listener on the live show. We ring the bell welcoming you. So all of you here, thank you for being here. But the amazing thing is all the other social media platforms on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, you sharing the post is what makes the community grow. And certainly I have no desire to grow it from that standpoint. The desire I have is to reach people who need it. I don't need to have a gazillion people following who aren't interested in using this as their motivation source. But if you're looking for the motivation and your inspiration, other people are, you sharing it is what brings the community together and getting it done. So Melanie, absolutely thanks for writing in. It's funny, I went and I stalked you on Connect after I found you in the yearbook, and you look awesome. You look absolutely fantastic. Janine and I both said she hasn't changed a bit, which I think is super duper awesome to you. So thanks for writing in. Say hi to the gang. And I think we have a reunion coming up sometime soon, don't we? Our class is kind of special in that regard. We went to high school up in Maine, went to high school up there. A very small graduating class, about 91 people in our entire graduating class. And the reunions we've had to this date, I have not been able to attend, but man, it would be fun to get together with the group for sure. So cool. Melanie, thanks for writing in. Next up, Ellen writes in, and she says, out of Miami, Ellen says, hey, your post on Mother's Day on Connect blew me away. I loved your honesty about your weight gain. I've been listening to your shows for a long time and was on your show via email before with my own struggles, but your message today made me finally realize the depth of your commitment to this way of life. I knew it before this, but truth be told, but I've lost over 50 pounds. I hit lifetime again, and I still haven't found the ease that you convey with this program. I weigh each day, and I know you say the scale is not a god, but yet I'm so concerned if it goes inching up towards my goal weight. I try to keep at least 5 pounds below my goal weight, and there have been many days when that isn't happening. I worry that I will keep climbing back to my old self. I go to my weekly meeting almost every week. I track, I connect, I'm with friends, I listen to your podcast, but still, in the back of my head, I worry. I've been up and down before, hit lifetime before, but I'm approaching 70 years old. In September, I want this to be it. No more. I deserve to keep wearing those size 10 jeans and the medium shirts until I am 100 plus. When I scrolled through today's post on Connect and I saw your post, I said, even my wingman Fat Dag is in this with me. He has the same daily struggles and he is human, just like me. How refreshing. I can't thank you enough for this insight. I would just like more posts or even meetings devoted to those of us at Lifetime who aren't finding it an easy dance to take. I sit in meetings and so many members are gone that they've given up. I do not want to be one of those members. Another short beat before I end this. I just get used to a way of tracking in Weight Watchers and they change it to another method. I was liking Smart Points and now here we go again with freestyle. Now don't get me wrong, change is good, but what about the slogan, if it works, don't fix it? In conclusion, Mike, I have no doubt that you will comfortably fit in all of your jeans again and not have two piles, as you said in your current post. You have such a dedication to all of us, and now it's your turn. It's our turn to lift you up and help you on your journey. Here are your own words now to you. Are you listening? I wish you good focus. When you're out of points, stop eating points. Drink water and do good every day, except for those days where you can't. I think the world of you, Mike, and your honesty and love shines in me every day because of you. If Fat Dad can do it, so can I. Thanks for not only your dedication to our country, but to our great Weight Watcher community who supports you all the way. One more thing. Remember, losing weight and getting healthy has nothing to do with luck. Who said that? Oh, yes, it was you, Ellen. Ellen, thank you for the uplifting email. You know, I got to tell you, so when I put that post on Connect, you know, this is going to come as a little bit of a shock. So sure, I hit goal. I got down to like 173, 174 pounds, somewhere in that ballpark. I was too skinny. I didn't like it. I didn't know at the time, but I didn't like it. And so I started strength training. I started adding muscle back in. I added muscle back in and my scale climbed to about 185. Perfectly content with 185 with muscle. Now, there may have been a little bit of unmuscle in there as well, but nonetheless, perfectly happy at 185. And then between strength training and trying to balance my life, 185 to 195 is a range that I am very comfortable in. Inside that range, my 31-inch jeans fit, my medium shirts fit, everything in my closets fit. No worries, go pick up anything, doesn't matter. So, so here we go between 185 and 195. I'm perfectly content bouncing in there. And then, my work adjusted significantly. I know that, I recognize that. I'm putting a lot more focus into my work because I'm really trying to do a good job there. And so life balanced. And next thing I know, 195 turned into, 196. And then it crept up to 200. And then I got it back down to 195. And so I just kind of blinged in that range. Next thing I know, it gets up to 208. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not happy with 208. Now at 208, my pants still fit, my medium shirts still fit. There's a couple of my medium shirts that I don't exactly like how they fit. But if I had to wear them tonight, I certainly could go do that. It's not a matter of nothing fits, but some things look better than others. But the point of all that is, I hop on the scale every single day. Every single morning I get on the scale, I look at the number, it tweets out automatically, nothing I can do about that, it happens, I do it on purpose, automatically goes to Facebook. And so in that process, I know you guys are following along. I do that. And so what I did not want to have happen, I didn't want you to believe or think that I wasn't aware of that. On occasion, a couple of you pinged me and said, hey, Mike, your weight's creeping up, and I'm well aware of it. I hop on every single morning. But I needed to post that so that you knew that I knew that my scale was creeping up. Now, nowhere in there was I angry. Nowhere in there was I upset. Nowhere in there was I struggling. I was just simply focused on a different part of the journey. And so the part of the journey that I was focusing on is with working, 60, 70 hours a week, whatever it is that I'm doing, coming home, my willpower to resist whatever for dinner was I was like, you know what? I'm going to enjoy dinner because I haven't eaten all day. I also realized that when I skip lunch accidentally, dinner becomes a very difficult choice. So I was well aware of what was causing it. I was well aware of how to resolve it. And so there was just a brief period of time for about a month where my true focus was not in my journey. My true focus was on the other things in my life that I needed to resolve. So I had to put the accountability post out there to let you know, because what I did not want to have happen is I didn't want the community believing that oh my God, this guy's trying as hard as he can and he's gaining weight, so therefore I can't do this. What I needed you to know is for that period of time, I wasn't following the plan properly. I was following a different plan intentionally, still being mindful, still playing and connect, that type of stuff. But as far as when you're at a point, stop eating points, I wasn't really good with that. And I needed you to know that that's all that was and nothing more. It was not me trying my best and not getting it done. So I had to reassure you guys of that. So long explanation to explain that, but here we are. Scale's reacting nicely. I took that post to, I want all of my jeans to fit. They fit fine. They're a touch tight. So since then, if you're following along on Twitter, we're back down to 201. My guess is tomorrow morning we'll break the 200 barrier again, and then I'll settle back in around 195. I'm content with 195. I'm not going back to 170. So it may look like a 20 or 30 pound gain, but the reality is it's really about 5 pounds that I'm even concerned about. So bottom line is I'm still at goal, because for me, goal is mentally. I'm mentally checked in. I'm mentally getting this done. I'm absolutely 100% doing it. And so Ellen, to go back to your email, you've lost over 50 pounds. You hit lifetime again. That is incredible work. You're absolutely getting it done. You don't lose 50 pounds by accident. Congratulations on hitting lifetime. Now, when you say you still haven't found the ease of which I convey with this program, I want to explain that as well. I don't believe this is easy, but I truly don't believe this is difficult. I firmly believe that there is a plan laid out. Things that I believe are difficult are things that there is no plan for. There is no proof that it works. You just have to wing it. We all have proof that this works. We have people that we're watching do this successfully. That's proof. We have a plan that we can follow. So if someone gives you a plan and proves to you it works and gives you all the tools available to do it, well, relatively, that's easy. Easier than there is no plan, there is no proof, go figure it out. So I don't think this is difficult in that regard, because there is a plan laid out and there is success story after success story after success story of people getting it done. Now, waking up every single morning on fire, wanting to get it done, sure, that can be difficult at times. Resisting a social engagement, sure, can be difficult at times. Going through some of life's crazy challenges and sticking with it, sure, can be difficult at times. But the plan itself is there. The plan itself is easy, and you're either doing the plan or you're not doing the plan. In some cases, when I'm not doing the plan, I'm perfectly content not doing the plan, but it's not because it's difficult. It's because I'm simply not doing it. So it's not easy by any stretch of the imagination, but the reality is you can do it. I also love to turn the tables on positivity. Is the little engine that could, if it would have said, I think I can't, you never would have got it done. So to me, saying this is not hard is very similar to me saying I think I can. It's not hard, Mike. It's not hard. Go do it. Mike, it's not that difficult. Go do it. It's kind of like me saying I think I can. I think I can. And at some point, if I convince myself that this isn't hard, then it becomes easier to keep trying to get it right. If I woke up every single day and said, this is so hard, but I'm going to try it, at some point I would just give in and say, yeah, you know what, it is hard. That's fine. I can't do this. And that's not where I'm at. So you're doing fantastic. You're hitting your meeting every week. You're tracking, you're in Connect. We see you on Facebook all the time. You're doing fantastic work. And I want you to put the stress aside. I want you to understand that you hit lifetime. You lost 50 pounds, so no matter what, you can do this. Now, when it comes to a lifetime only meeting, I got to tell you, I disagree with that philosophy. And not that I believe, that lifetime members don't, have things in common, but the reality is I don't believe the journey is much different at lifetime than it is at losing weight. I believe the mindset is the same. You still have to wake up every single morning checked in. You still have to know how to navigate parties. You still have to know what your triggers are. You have to know that you need to be active. You need to know how to reset. All of the topics that we've hit in the meeting room in the past, couple months are all relatable, whether you're at Lifetime, whether you're at Goal, or whether you're just starting. So to take a room full of people who are only at Lifetime, this is my opinion, this is not an official opinion of the Weight Watchers, but if you take up people who are only at Lifetime and put them in a room together, you may miss out on that brand new person's perspective that we just kind of forgot about because it's been so long since we've been there. And vice versa, that brand new person has no motivation to draw from because they don't see what success looks like. So I firmly believe that a meeting room that has a healthy mix of brand new people, middle of the road people, and successful Lifetime members is the ideal meeting. I think it's incredible when we can share our journey. And when we talk about having the program change around us, that's what's really valuable is the brand new members need to see that there are successful people who've gone through program changes and are able to get it done. Now, certainly if it's not broke, don't fix it. But the reality is the food industry continues to change all around us. Every single day, there are new challenges popping up, new restaurants popping up, new food items popping up. If we don't adjust to that, then we're stuck with the very, very beginning of the program, and that's not a recipe for success. So it's not that it's not broke, it's that as the world changes, we want to make sure that we change with it, because the reality is we want you to get the goal. We want you to be at Lifetime. That's what is really the important piece here. So keep doing the amazing work. Thank you for throwing my words back into my face, wishing me good focus, letting me know why Oopsep when you're at a point, stop eating, point drinking water, and all that good stuff. You're an amazing wingman, Ellen. Thank you for being here. Thanks for helping me get it done. Keep up the amazing work. Congratulations on Lifetime. Well, next up, Brianna out of Louisville, Kentucky writes in and says, well, good morning, Fat Dag. This is my second email to you, but I may have botched the first and it got lost in cyberspace somewhere. I have hit several goals since my last email. I have walked my very first race, and it was the Kentucky Derby Mini Marathon, 3 hours and 15 minutes. I had such fun, and I am so proud. Now, this was just a check mark off of my bucket list. I love to walk, but I very seriously doubt I will continue to do races. I have hit all red dots on the podcast. Yes, I have listened to all of them. Your words of encouragement, even the tough love resonate with me on my daily journey here. Thank you so much for all you do for everyone. Your determination and desire to see a healthier world is beyond inspirational. And finally, I hit goal yesterday at my amazing 7:30 meeting. I received such strength from this group of people and can never fully thank them enough. This journey has opened doors that I had no idea existed, let alone were just closed. It had helped me to tap into a happier, healthier me, a more confident me. It has brought out the emotions and even some of my past that I kept stuffed down so deep no one could ever see it. In so many ways, this has been the best therapy ever. So in closing, just a message to those who struggle. Please know that you are worth this effort. And when we push through the uncomfortable and sometimes even painful things, the end result will be beyond words. Beyond a number on the scale, you will find yourself, your health, and you will love all of it. Again, I cannot thank you enough for what you do for our Weight Watcher community and your service to our country and the others serving our country. Keep rocking it, Fat Dag, and wishing you good focus. Absolutely cool, Brianna. Thank you for your email. But why did you bury "and finally I hit goal" in the end of your email? You need to lead with that. That needs to be the subject line. That needs to be on the billboard. That needs to be the reason you scream from the rafters, "I hit goal." Not an "and finally." There is no "and finally" about hitting goal. There is a "dang it, I hit goal." Congratulations on doing that at your amazing 7:30 meeting. I know the power of tapping into an amazing support group. When you tap into that, you're right. The journey has the doors that are opened up, and all the things that change when you tap into an amazing support group. It get yourself to goal. In so many ways, it absolutely is the best therapy. I could not agree with you anymore in that regard, because my life completely changed when I hit goal. Now, luckily, I hit goal mentally before I hit goal on the scale, and that's when my life really, really propelled. But it's absolutely incredible when we finally find our true selves. When you find your true self and you push past that uncomfortable stage, and you find things that you didn't know you were possible of, and you've proven to yourself that you can do them, it's an amazing mini marathon, 3 hours, 15 minutes. Great job. They are fun. You ought to be proud. I do love that as you ended with, I am so proud. You dang it, you ought to be. And so you tackle something off your bucket list and said, I wanted to do this, and you did it. That's what the 2018 International Tour is all about. I'm not looking to have you come out and run with me and break a speed record. That's not the intent. The intent is, one, for us to get out across the nation and just kind of connect and say hi. That's the intent, number one. Number two is for you, if you've never done a race, a 5K is a great distance to start with. Most of us can already walk it now. Some of us, it's going to take a little bit of effort to get there, and some of us may never get there. But the reality is, if you show up, I'll go at whatever pace you want to go at. If not, we'll just hang out and just chat after. So by you crossing off the bucket list, you know what that feeling is like. And so I want to make sure that anyone has that feeling. You can get to the website, fatdag.com, click on the event. You'll see the 2018 International Tour coming up in a couple weeks out in Tulsa, then on to Toronto, Denver, Philadelphia, Indianapolis, Washington, D.C., and then we end it in November in San Francisco. So maybe Brianna, you can certainly drive up to Indy for the September 8th race. That would be kind of fun. So keep up the amazing work. I just want you to know as well that everything that you've done by writing in continues to share this journey, continues to tell people that here we are, just staying focused, staying dialed in, listening to the podcast, tuning in, being focused, being accountable will get you to whatever goal that you set. And as you said, it's a feeling when you get there, everything changes. Absolutely everything. The confidence that you just develop is undescribable. So thank you so much for writing in. It's truly an honor to celebrate hitting goal with you. So keep up the amazing work. Absolutely. So Barb writes in now. Barb says, hey, Mike, I've been putting off this email because I just wanted to keep my story to myself and move on. However, I can only listen to you for so long, as well as attend my meeting and read posting in the Wise Wingman Facebook group, without realizing I owe my story back to all of those who are listening in the future. So I offer my story in case something about my story helps someone somewhere. I made Lifetime last week. After meeting goal 6 weeks prior to that, I typed those words in some disbelief. I passed through the gates of goal, maintenance, and then entered Lifetime without the euphoria I thought would be there. It was just so satisfying and a peace-filled moment. I am just treating each day as a challenge every day of the last 9 months were. I know my focus remains intact. My biggest change was dreading going cold to the point of getting nauseous anytime someone forced me to get on a scale, to now I weigh daily and I track it just like I track my points. It is now just about accountability and data tracking, part of the week in review. I am 66 years old. I lost 35 pounds since last July. It was a steady but slow loss. I did have plateaus and I had some small gains. There was something about the meetings, though, that clicked with me, and I'm not a meeting person. I found the right meeting place with the best receptionist, members, and a leader with a great sense of humor and compassion in 2 different cities as I split the year between 2 different homes. The receptionists were so very important to me as I struggled with the scale fright. They made it easy and gave me the confidence each week to try again next week. I encourage anyone on this journey to find the right meeting time, the place, and the group. It is a joy when you find the right fit. When, not if, your weight loss stalls, try to stay positive and give yourself kudos for maintaining the loss. Seek help online or at the meeting, but don't give in to the anger and the frustration. Find your non-scale victories in your inches, your clothes, the pictures, etc. They are there. Mike, thanks for all you do for so many. You make a big difference. Onward, Barb. Barb, congratulations on hitting lifetime. Congratulations on reaching goal. What an amazing accomplishment. I am incredibly proud of you. 35 pounds is no joke. You put in the work, you put in the effort. You absolutely got it done. Now, you know from following along me, every single day I hop on the scale, it goes to Twitter. I don't absolutely recommend that. That is not for the faint at heart at all, by all means. But what I really am proud about is you went from a point where you absolutely dreaded that feeling and you're getting nauseous of hopping on the scale to now you're weighing yourself daily. And so what you've understood about this process is it clearly is just data. You know, the data lets me know how I'm doing in my journey. If I'm paying attention to the food intake, the data on the scale reflects that. That's what you've gotten a handle on. And so for that, I am incredibly proud of you. Finding the right meeting is absolutely key. And I want to caution you on that. And you know, this is something that I struggle with. I lead 2 amazing meetings here in Indianapolis. And, you know, the folks there are just absolutely incredible. And I know that they are absolutely showing up and getting it done because of the support that we have built in that meeting room. I tell every single person when they join this group, I said, you know, we welcome you in with open arms. You are welcome to be here. But if for some reason you sit there and you watch me lead this meeting and you say, oh my God, that guy drives me crazy, then you need to go find a room that motivates you. The last thing I can afford and have you do is say, you know, I don't want to go to the meeting because the leader drives me crazy, or I don't want to go to the meeting because of this. When you find the right group, you want to show up. You want to check in on the people you've met there. You want to be there. If there's something in your meeting that's making you not anxious to go, then if you're lucky enough to live in an area where there are different meetings, keep bouncing around until you find that group. Now, I tell you, it does take a few meetings in a row where you really actually find that group and get jiving. But usually you start jiving when you get in that room and you start sharing, because that's how the meeting works. Very similar to you writing in here, and I'm truly honored that you finally took the time to write in, is by you sharing your email, there are other people who will now feel the power to do exactly what you did. They'll probably step on the scale for the very first time that said, you know, if Barb can do it, I can do it. And so that is the encouraging piece of why we continue to share. That's what makes our Wise Wingman Facebook community strong. That's what makes your meeting room strong. It's you sharing the pieces of your journey. I've said it before, is if you ask me to share my entire journey with you, there are many aspects of my journey that are unrelatable to the thousands of people who are listening. So I can't strictly share my journey and resonate with everybody. So it truly relies on every single one of us sharing the pieces of our journey so that somebody else can find a piece that they can relate to. And so it's that point, when you find someone you can relate to, then you build that connection. You say, well, if that person can do it, then I can do it. So as you type that word, I reached lifetime, and you type that in disbelief, I want you to say, wait a minute, I did that. You absolutely did that. How cool is that you did it? And so absolutely continue to encourage anyone on this journey, reach back, find someone else, find someone who maybe is where you were, who maybe hasn't really found the group that they're looking for. And when you reach back and you offer your hand, you say, hey, walk with me. I can do this. I'll walk with you until you believe in yourself. That's what this is all about, because you absolutely can do it. And when you do it, we just continue to reach back and celebrate. What is it that you're celebrating? Let's share it on the air. Go to fatdag.com, click on the Wise Advice podcast, send in your celebrations, your comments, your questions. I'll work them in as part of the show. You can join the show live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube most nights as well. And really, hopefully you're able to join in as we read your email. Every once in a while, someone pops in a little late. Ellen is just now joining us and missed the actual email, but we're going to hang out a little bit after and go over that. But, you know, I truly want you to email in your celebrations because I want you to be absolutely proud of what you're doing. When you're proud of what you're doing, your confidence booms, the whole community rejoices. We grow together because of it. Well, that's going to do it for this time. Remember that losing weight and getting healthy has nothing to do with luck. You have to remain disciplined and focused. Set your sights on your goal and go after it. I wish you good focus. We lost Instagram right at the last 5 seconds. Let me reboot Instagram. See if any of those people come back. Instagram is my least favorite because it times me out. We're at YouTube 61 minutes going strong. And Facebook is here. Ellen, sorry you missed it. But sorry, Ellen, you can go back and re-listen. Ann is here. Good evening to you, Ann. All right. Woo. Tammy, good stuff as usual. Thank you. Okay, everyone's saying Chris, wow. Sorry for those of you on Instagram. Instagram times me out on an hour. I can't. I tried writing to them and asked them if they would give me more time, but they won't. Yeah, Carrie switched over to YouTube because Instagram only gives us an hour. And Carrie, you get it landscape versus vertical as well. So of the three, Fat Dag's face kills me. Nice to thank you. Jen, good evening to you. Anyway, so Instagram only gives me an hour. So a lot of people have migrated over to Facebook, which is my favorite platform. And then others have migrated over to YouTube. So certainly we'll continue to be live on Instagram. That's not the issue, but very cool. My Red Sox hat, that's from Chris. Chris gave me that. Have you guys not seen that? So there they go. So what did I miss? Chris, did you hit 200 pounds down? Is that what's going on? I see a lot of traffic in. So very, very fun. So if that's the case, Chris, congratulations, man. Very, 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 very proud of you. I must have missed your comment. Let's see. Yeah, Chris is closing in on 200 pounds down. Very nice. Very fun. So Renee is now clarifying that it's not my face that kills her. It's the expressions of my face. Well, thank you for that. I mean, I just, I don't know. At first I thought maybe it was just my face. And then I was like, man, that's not very nice, but it's good, I guess. So very, very, very fun. Let's see, what else do we have? I think that's the gist, right? So Chris is coming up on 200 pounds. Tammy just hit 75. Ellen's amazing. Ann is here. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. So let's wrap up. Unless you've got something specific, I'll give you a couple minutes because I know there's a delay. If you've got something specific you want to talk about or address, now would be the time to type your little fingers into your phone and make it work. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up, get this thing published into the app. Being brutally honest, so here's my schedule for the next 10 days, right? Listen to this. So tomorrow, work all day, no change there. I'm going to be out the track in the afternoon at the Indy 500 practice. Going to be out there in the afternoon. Then I'm going to go to a Weight Watcher meeting. And then I have some LaDonna. I don't know if she's online, but LaDonna's coming to the Weight Watcher meeting after. So tomorrow night won't be home until best guess 9:30. That's tomorrow night. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm at the track all weekend. So if you live in Indianapolis and you go to the racetrack this weekend, the Indy 500 practice, I will be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, not sure what's going on. Tuesday, Weight Watcher meeting. Wednesday, Thursday, boom, off to Tulsa to run the race there. And then I'm in Tulsa till Memorial Day. So barring some freaky things, there's like 1 or 2 opportunities between now and June to get another show in based on my schedule. So I will take devices with me. Maybe we'll do a live show from the golf course over Memorial Day weekend. That would be kind of fun. I'd love to show you guys the facility we're going to be at in Tulsa. Certainly, you'll get the 5K in. We'll get that done. For those of you who are going to join us in Tulsa, I got a special surprise for you once I iron that out, and I'll get that out via email. So, Lee, I don't know that it'll be July 17th. That is a little too far. There's a chance. I mean, just tomorrow night's not going to happen. Friday night, there's like about this much chance that maybe on Friday night. But I mean, but Friday night, this much chance. Saturday and Sunday, unlikely. Monday, about this much chance. After that, Tuesday, no chance. Wednesday, maybe. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. Chris is doing a 5K this Saturday. Laura's saying, going to a meeting at a restaurant tomorrow that does not have nutritional info online. How do I guess at points? Laura, very, very good questions. That a lot of us face that, right? You're going to a restaurant, nutritional information isn't online. So what do? A couple things. If the menu's online ahead of time, certainly scan it, right? And find things that are your grilled chicken, your seafood, things that you enjoy. What is a typical meal if you were going to make it at home? If you were going to make something at home that was very point friendly, go to a restaurant and get something very similar. The number one thing to remember is the restaurant will prepare it however you ask for it. So if it comes however, you can ask for no sauce, no butter, no whatever, and generally speaking, the restaurants will prepare it. So you have a list of 0-point items that you can kind of blend in. You can be mindful to that regard. You can look up a competitor. So if you're going to, I can't think of a place, but if you're going to this place, but a competing restaurant has very similar menu items, the points are going to be close enough, so you're going to be okay there. So you can look up a competing restaurant. My worst case scenario, a point a bite. If you have no clue, you can't look it up, there's nothing to compare it to, then just track it as 1 point a bite and move on. Don't get that stressed out over it. Easier said than done, I get it. But really, the fact that you're even asking ahead of time is the victory. That's the piece you celebrate. So, Laura, great question. Nora, so South Carolina, no plans to get to South Carolina yet. Ellen says, how fast to do a 5K? So that's interesting, Ellen. So my 5K goal is 20 minutes. Currently, I'm not there. Last year, in the middle of July, I was at 21 minutes for a 5K. And this year, I didn't run as much. I got an injury last year. And so my injury, Carrie, good night. My injury kind of derailed that. So I'm probably at a 5K right now. I'm probably 25 minutes-ish in that ballpark. Just kind of playing it by ear. So, Tammy, good night. So Tammy, again, just remember, you can text me anytime at that number that I gave you. I'll give it to you again. For those of you who have a pen here, I'll give you my cell phone number so you can text me anytime you want. The number is 374. And so anytime you want, just reach out and text. Tammy, that's for you. So we'll have an opportunity there. But no, truly, if you go to fatdag.com, the phone number listed on fatdag.com is a cell phone that comes into my computer. So truly, you can text that. I think it's, I don't even know the phone number because it comes in through the computer. But anyway, you have that opportunity to reach out via there. Twitter is the best currently. So let's see. So Ellen was asking Chris. Got it. I answered Chris's question that Ellen asked. So it's hard to tell sometimes. Laura, you're very welcome. Yeah, Alicia said I use Olive Garden menu for real Italian restaurants. Close enough, right? Reality. Yep. So Tammy, good night. Thanks for being here. Wishing you, of course, the best of focus. Brianna says San Francisco is the closest that the international tour gets to where I live. Been thinking about it, but not sure yet. Why? Why aren't you sure? San Francisco is, I've got that one locked in. San Francisco is we're going to go to Christie Park. We're going to run and look at the Golden Gate Bridge. and just have an amazing time. And that race is completely free. It's just a Saturday morning run. So, um, and so again, so just let's clarify this for a second. The intent of this isn't to be competitive. The intent is to hang out. So even if you don't want to walk it, even if you don't want to run it, show up. We'll give a big group hug. I'll go run. I'll be gone for 20 minutes. I'll come right back, and then we'll hang out for as long as you want to hang out. So don't think about it. Just be there. It's fun. It's absolutely fun. Right. Let's see. Yeah, Laura says sign up to be in DC. Very cool. Yeah, Chris is giving the number of 8675309. That's Jenny's number. You guys are crazy sometimes. What about New Jersey? The closest I'm getting to New Jersey is either DC or Philadelphia. So, here I'll be brutally honest with you, right? So I'm going to 8 different cities, 100% paid for by the patrons in Patreon and whatever of the shirts that I sell to meet me there. 100% is coming out of here because I want to be there. I want to reach out to the community. I was able to find some trips that I already had work trips scheduled for, and so I was able to tie them into where. So there are places that I'm already going where work is paying for them. Yay! And so I said, well, I'll run a race in the morning. But as work trips change, yeah. So the reality is, as much as I would love to be in every single city, you've heard my work schedule. I'm working a gazillion hours a week. And so already traveling once a month to a crazy city already is crazy. And so the list of cities that I want to go to is certainly longer than the list of available days that I have to get out there. So it's going to require a little effort on some of your parts. Linda drove 8 hours from Tampa all the way up to Biloxi. Ask her. She assures you it was worth the drive. So, if it's within 5 or 6 hours, consider it. I get it. I'm not all that. But what's cool is we bring a community together, and you will probably make a friend and a connection that you can't make anywhere else. So that's the kind of cool thing about that. So very, very, very fun. Michelle's doing a 5K this weekend. Very nice. So now, Dina, so the 5K in Indy isn't a 5K. The 5K in Indy is a 7-mile walk. So more to come on that. But Indy and Denver are 2 that are slightly different than the rest. So more details to come out, but certainly be there. It's fun. I promise you can do it. Promise you can do it. Cindy, can't wait to see you in Tulsa as well. Coming right up. I can't wait. I'm staying at the Hard Rock in Catoosa. Isn't that where it is, right? Staying there, and the race is up near the airport, I believe. So very, very, very fun. Let's see. Yeah, now everyone's got that song stuck in their head. Jenny, I got your number. Chris, bringing them out. We built this city on rock and roll. Sorry. Let's see. Scrolling through. I think we're done. So very cool. All right. Let's wrap this up. It's time for bed. It's time to get this thing done. So, Bev, I get it. So maybe Arizona will be on the list later. Diana says, lost my motivation after hitting a plateau for a while and didn't try too hard over the holidays. Went off the program. A lot actually gained 17 pounds of the 56 I had lost. I wanted to get inspired and remotivated, so I went to new meeting 3 weeks ago. Lost your place. This week, of course, I was up. Hadn't been to a meeting in 3 weeks, but in the last 2 weeks, I'm down 3.4 pounds. I like this meeting, and I feel really good about it again. Perfect. That's exactly how you do it. So, Cindy, you live 10 minutes from where? From the Hard Rock? So, we're going to be up in, you know where the Patriot Golf Club is, Cindy? That's where I'm really going to be. Now I'm giving away too many details. Yeah. So, um, whispering. Have you ever been out there, Cindy? Have you been to the Patriot? This is just me and Cindy chatting for a little bit. Let's see. Yes, Lee says you're down, still down 39 pounds. I agree. Yes, Lee, Patriot. It's the Patriot Golf Club. There should be a Patreon Golf Club. That'd be fun too. But it's the Patriot Golf Club. So anyway, going to be there all weekend. That's the plan for Tulsa. That's why I'm coming out there. So working on getting some of you guys invited out to that. So that's the deal. Wrapping up. Thanks for being here. Let's go ahead and fire down Instagram first. Instagram, good night. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a part of this amazing journey. Thanks for being a part of this amazing group. You can do this. You absolutely can do this. I know you can. And I'm wishing you good focus. Have a great night. We'll see you real soon. Bye-bye. All right, so that is it on YouTube. Instagram is out. YouTube, you're next. Good evening, good night to you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a part of this amazing journey. Same thing I said to the folks on Instagram. And truly, truly, truly honored to walk this journey with you. So thank you. Have a great night and wishing you good focus. Let's go ahead and shut that down. Boom. Good night.